he told us he was going to, and I quote, spend less.
The essence of this is to spend less. What we will do as a government is to focus on reducing spending if I am elected.
This would be the single biggest deficit in Canadian history outside of COVID. This is like the most morbidly obese government we've had, maybe in our history, and this guy thinks it needs to be fattened up further.
Ladies and gentlemen, unexpected pit stop here on my trip to Calgary and the Calgary Stampede. I'm here with the one and only Pierre, who is making it his mission to get back into Parliament in the riding of Battle River Crowfoot. Pierre, thanks for taking the time with us today.
Great to be with you. How do you like the Stampede? I think it's your first one, isn't it?
It's my first one. It's been on the bucket list, and I tell you, Western hospitality is a real thing.
Isn't it something? That's great. I understand that you managed to get someone drive you. You got your own private chauffeur who's taking you around town for the whole Stampede period, eh?
Yeah, it's people, ironically, I met at one of the Conservative events, and they were fans of the channel, and this is really what it means to be Canadian.
Yeah.
People just helping each other out, if they even just met at a barbecue.
Yeah.
And it's just phenomenal. So
yeah.
What's been your experience coming back to Alberta for this whole thing?
Well, it's a little nostalgic for me. Like, I grew up in Calgary, and I lived here my first 22 years. When I was a kid, every kid on our block would sit on the porch right after they got home from school, or whatever, if they got home from playing, because it was, school would be out, but waiting for Dad to come home and then find out if that was the day that you were going to the Calgary Stampede. So as soon as the Stampede grounds open, you were pestering Dad to get to the grounds, and then you'd go there and it would be rides and cotton candy and games, and then you'd go to the rodeo and the chucks, and it was always such a great experience. My folks would take me once or twice every year, and then when I was 17, I think I worked a full 10 days picking up trash at the Stampede, made a surprising amount of money doing it, but I always loved the Stampede. It's a symbol of rugged individualism, hard work, freedom, and the Western pioneer spirit that I grew up with.
Now, you've come back here to run in the riding Battle River Crowfoot.
Yes.
The amazing Damien Keurig decided to give up this seat to allow that to happen. What's been your response at the doors and talking with the people in the riding?
Well, first of all, everybody loves Damien. Hard not to. He's a beloved, lifelong member of the community from Consort. But people appreciate what he's done, and they know why he's done it. They know that we need a strong national voice for the cause that 8.3 million people voted for in the last election. And so I've been very blessed to be welcomed with open arms from people across the region of communities. It's a real impressive constituency, a unique one. It feeds, powers, and protects the country. Feeds through ranchers and farmers, powers through oil and gas, and protects through the Wainwright military base. So, in essence, it's a place that the country could not live without. If suddenly Battle River Crowfoot were to disappear, there would be literally millions of people who wouldn't be able to gas their cars because the Hardisty tank farm, which moves $90 billion in oil, wouldn't be there. Your food prices would immediately go up. And a large part of Western Canada would be in danger because there'd be a lack of military presence. So, it's really an indispensable part of the country, and I consider it a privilege if the people there choose me to be their representative.
Now, we're hearing more and more that Mark Carney is even exceeding the spending habits of Justin Trudeau.
Yes.
C.D. Howe Institute put out a recent report saying we're looking at a $92 billion deficit per year. And, what is that going to do to shape how you're approaching your return to Parliament in the fall?
Well, let's be clear. If the deficit is as big as some economists now project, this would be the single biggest deficit in Canadian history outside of COVID.
Right.
Way bigger than Justin Trudeau ran in his last year, and bigger than Trudeau had projected. So, so much for the fiscally responsible banker who's really good with money. He told us he was going to, and I quote, spend less.
Part of that plan, the first big step in that plan, is to make sure that government works for all Canadians. And that's why today I'm announcing a new approach to how we manage the budget, how we manage government spending. And the essence of this is to spend less and invest more. That means reining in government spending so that Canada can invest more as a country. What we will do as a government is to focus on reducing spending if I am elected. It's clear that the federal government is spending too much. Spending growth has been 9% on average over the course of the last decade. And the federal workforce has grown by over 40% since 2015. And the government has missed many of its spending targets.
That was his promise like 4 months ago, right? This is not something he can claim that he did under different circumstances. We knew about the trade war back then, and he said he would, quote, spend less. He's already introduced one spending bill that has the cost of government rising 8% in 1 year, which is like 2.5 times the rate of inflation and population growth combined. So he's spending way more than Trudeau. And you know, it's like a massive morbidly obese man putting on an extra 20 or 30 pounds. And it would be one thing if he were started off skinny. Like if we had a lean, mean government in Ottawa and he came along and said, well, we could afford to put on some padding, then people would say, okay, fine, it's been tough years. But this is like the most morbidly obese government we've had maybe in our history. And this guy thinks it needs to be fattened up further. Of course, that doesn't come without costs. It'll be inflation in the short run and higher taxes in the long run. We're going to fight like hell against this overspending. And we will run in the next election on a platform to cut bureaucracy, corporate welfare, consultants, and foreign aid to bring down the cost of government.
We look forward to seeing that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, have fun at the Stampede, my friend. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't doubt I will. And
you're going to the grounds today?
Absolutely.
So what are you going to do while you're there?
Well, I'm going to go backstage to see some of the cowboys that are competing, which is going to be great. Going to catch some of the rodeo events, and then I'm out of here back to Ontario and back to work. So
good, yeah, and it's a special place. It's a wonderful experience. You'll really enjoy it. Hope you get to take in a full road. Are you going to do some watch the bull riding or the chucks or what?
I'll watch whatever I can.
Okay. So. Maybe you'll even get on a horse.
Oh, and that'd be great because I used to ride when I was younger, so that's not going to be new to me.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Where did you ride?
My neighbor's place. I grew up in rural Ontario,
yeah.
And they had a horse farm. And, I used to go to the horse shows, help them show their horses, and ride up and down the back roads. It was amazing. So
good. Well, you enjoy yourself out there, and it's a really special time of year, and hopefully a lot of your viewers will be inspired to come out next year and see the greatest outdoor show on earth.
Absolutely. You haven't been to the Stampede, folks? Get out there.
You got to get out here, folks. It's really one of a kind. You'll have a hell of a time, and as you can see, the hospitality is second to none. All the best. Happy Stampede.